We are live. Although it could be recorded, we have been known to be trickery at sometimes,
Could
but we've
be.
never once yet pre-recorded a show and pretended it was live. And we're not going to start tonight. We're actually live from the beautiful suburbs of Fort Worth, Texas, and the beautiful streets of Louisville, Kentucky.
We are live,
My
right?
name's my name's Bob Hazelwood. That's Kenny, the StarMaker Bolin. Actually, I hear Kenny has a new nickname coming, Kenny the Peacemaker Bolin.
Peacemaker.
Details of that will be released soon after this show goes off the air because it's too hot for this show to handle.
You would hope so. I'm trying to answer somebody and not doing very good at it.
Well, we are live on the air, so
who cares?
Who cares? All right.
Oh, here we go. There's the button I need. There's the button I need. Okay. All right. Yeah, the Peacemaker. That could be my title.
That's what I hear. That it's a brand new description that you've been going out of your way to bring peace and harmony to this earth. Some things that people thought would never occur.
Yeah. I have, unlike Trump, I did not go out on a limb and promise to end the war in Ukraine even before I was in office. I didn't do that. We're 102 days later. We're still at war.
Still waiting for that war to come up.
War. Pakistan, I hear amp things up shit up today. Pakistan and India. Is that what I heard?
Pakistan and India have been longtime enemies, and both are indeed in the nuclear power club.
Yeah, that's an issue. That's something to be concerned about. And but yeah, I didn't.
But not to worry. JD Vance says he's going to go visit both leaders and knock them off. Just
that should end both of them. The last person to breathe into the face of the Pope was JD Vance, and I swear to whatever it is that you believe in, he said it was so great to visit the Pope. I'm praying for his full recovery. He was dead 12 hours later. If you want to talk about prayers not working,
the power of prayer.
He seemed fine. He was Pope Mobilin. Was Pope Mobilin. No shield, no nothing out there. Just
they brought the
blessing babies.
They brought the national championship trophy, and JD touched it, and it fell apart. He's like King Midas backwards, right? Instead of turning spring to gold, they turned to dust.
Another thing I want to talk about tonight, and by the way, Billy Sellers is in the chat room tonight, and I got a little surprise for Billy. Now, Billy's donation does not count. Billy is making a challenge tonight. He told me about it. I'll look at my phone here in a minute and see what his challenge is. Billy's making a challenge tonight. Now, that donation does not count. But here's what I'm going to do. For those of you that would love to have the Billy the Sellers on this show, he said he's got a camera, he's got a microphone, he's all souped up, he's ready to go. If we can raise, and I think Bob will go along with this, and if he don't, then we'll fire Bob right here tonight, and I bet he'd go along with it too.
I don't go along.
Yeah, he'd go along with that too. Either one, he might be all eager to jump on.
Sorry.
If we can raise $150 in here tonight, if we can raise $150, not counting Billy's challenge, we will bring Billy in for roughly the last 20 minutes of the show. Let Billy talk about whatever the hell he wants to talk about. And he's shown his loyalty over here. He's made a couple of nice donations. He's bought a couple of pictures that I still need to get shipped out. Bob only had to wait a year and a half for his. So
I'll go you one better, Kenny. If Donald Flowers donates that $150, he and Billy can both come on.
There you go. That sounds reasonable. If Donald Flowers is the man to step up, who has an endless income, let's face it, an endless income. I don't know if is Donald watching tonight. I don't
have any idea. He's probably not.
Well, man, we just went for that. That must have got some attention because we just went from 20 people watching the show, and I gaze up here at the screen to 121. So that must have got some people's attention. And not that any of them are going to donate. We have a lot of lurkers out there. Lurkers, which is another name for zombies. If you go back to the original Not Dawn of the Dead, not Day of the Dead, not Night of the Living Dead. But if you go back to the original Walking Deads, each town had its own name for zombies. We had lurkers, we had creepers, we had eaters, we had rotters. I don't know if y'all paid much attention, but every town or city they would go to, the zombies, which were never ever called zombies, not in any of the towns.
No,
they were eaters.
That was reserved for later on down the road.
Yeah, and if you watch the show Talking Dead, many of the fans had the names eaters, rotters, lurkers, creepers, whatever. They would assign those names. I get my new glasses tomorrow. I have not ordered my new glasses yet. These are still the old $2 glasses, but I now, with my new insurance through Aetna, we'll shout out to Aetna, and Aetna's been of some help to me. They're getting me $3,500 worth of coverage on dentures, which I got so much shit going on right now. I haven't been able to schedule the dentures. My consultant class for weight loss surgery is tomorrow from, I think class actually starts at 11. I got to get there at 10, and it goes till about 3:30. It's going to be a long ass day. Then I got to go get my hair cut because, as you can tell, it's getting a tad thick.
Yeah, long hair there.
I washed it tonight because it was really looking bad. There was no way to cover it up. I could brush all I wanted. It was just obvious that was some bad hair, and so it needed to be washed and lurked and creeped and then did I leave rotted? Yeah, leave all those out. So, but yeah, if we can raise 150 in here tonight, we will bring Billy Sellers on, who I told we would try and get him on in 2 or 3 weeks as we got the ball back rolling, trying to help some of these people, trying to help our little friend over in Istanbul. My son and I have already dedicated $300 to help her. But let's face it, in Istanbul, Turkey, recovering from an earthquake, Billy got a haircut. God damn, Bob. He's way ahead of both of us. Billy got a haircut, got new glasses coming tomorrow, got a microphone. I think Billy's getting into the podcast. I think Billy did mention he's getting into the podcast business. Probably outdo us.
Against our advice.
Against her. Well, I remember advising some other people that too, and you see where that went. Mm-hmm. So yeah, welcome Randy, the Macho Man Saturday. Marion, I know who Marion is. How you doing, Marion? And now Facebook is only going to be with us for a grand total of 15 minutes tonight. I got in here a little late, so we're going to give Facebook till 9:20 because there's not a lot of donations that come over there. Not a lot of donations. But if we raise 150 tonight, we're going to bring Billy Sellers in here. And for those of you that want to make your donation a tax-deductible donation, because Lord knows Bob has put out a lot of money recently. I put out a fair amount of money. The percentage makes me... As a matter of fact, I told one of the Filipinos the other day, because I just got bombed after bomb after bomb after bomb. And I said, I think I'm getting out of the Filipino business. I think I got that 501c3 for nothing. Because goddamn. Because they all act like they're the only one. They think they're the only person we're trying to help. Poor little Mayla Lee, the Labrador account, Bob. Her mother's in the hospital. I got the pictures of her on breathing machines and everything. And can you please help us? Well, I just helped them recently with other things they needed. And there's only so many dollars to go around per family. Eunice's family, they need help with their water and electric. Why? They shouldn't, because their mother just got this new job that pays pretty good. Good enough to pay the bills and stay above water. But the company she works for, their quarterly profits were down. So nobody got paid. No, we're gonna make it up to you in 15 more days. Well, that don't help people. They have water bills, electric bills, rent due, house payments due, like they do. Doesn't help them. And so they're not even giving them a minimum amount of money. They get no money. And of course they're going to come up with another fucking excuse in 2 weeks. But our profits are down. Well, think how much your profits are going to be down if everybody fucking quits. What? Everybody can't quit because the job they have is pays 27,000 pesos a month take home, and break that up over 2 weeks. So what's that? 13.5. It's not a shitload of money, but it's more than a lot of Filipinos make. But They didn't get to make that this week, and I forget how many employees they got, but from what I understand, none of them got their pay. Oh, I guarantee you their corporate bosses got their pay. but not the ones doing the fucking grunt work and traveling and going town to town and doing everything the job requires. So we got the water bill paid. They still need help with the electric bill. It's about $50. I think they're still sitting pretty good on rice, fortunately. They got 3 jars of peanut butter left, fortunately. So there's one of the things we'd love to do tonight is to knock out the electric bill for Eunice. It would be nice if we could raise at least 1,500 pesos to help Labrador count out Mayla Lee with her mother. I've seen the pictures, and she writes me every day, but I said, I can't give you what we do not have. There's many of you have gotten help recently. Even many of you got help when I was sick, assuming we'd make the money back on the show eventually, or we'd sell some autographed pictures or what have you. Randy Satterley's next month wants to buy the Trish Stratus picture. So we were holding that for him. He'll get that. I owe Billy Sellers a couple of pictures. God, who else? I owe Edge Copeland a couple of Undertaker pictures, and I got to get them packed up and where they won't bend and all that shit. And I was hoping to get them out tomorrow, but tomorrow's going to be such a fucking busy day. So if it doesn't happen tomorrow, it will happen one day next week. But you, as with Bob, just mark a year and a half on your calendar, and then later you'll get what I told you you'd get. You'll get it quicker than that. So 178 people watching the show. Very few of them commenting because, well, if you comment, he's going to want us to donate. So that would suck. So like I said, if you're watching the show and you got a few extra dollars, if you'd love to see Billy come on and hang with us for a little bit, you can even ask Billy questions, all that good stuff. See if we got any donations in. We do not. We have the $40 challenge from Billy Sellers, and that's it. Well, Billy, you might not be as over as you thought, son.
If you don't want Billy to come on,
don't be blowing yourself too hard. I made $10.80 off that shirt and that T-shirt, or the shirt and that glass. I'm glad you got it. Hope you're happy with it. But in case y'all think I'm getting rich off that store, I'm not. And the
average profit in those things is like $2 or $3.
It's not much. It is not.
Yeah, the prices. When I went and set the prices in the store, I'm trying to make them as reasonable as possible. I mean, it's cheaper. Our T-shirts are cheaper than if you went to like a WWE show.
I saw things today were just standard shirts for running $50 goddamn dollars.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, we're begging for donations on here, Todd. So if you're in a position to be of some help, man, we would love it. All right. Todd Poller says he's watching the show. I think there's something wrong with Venmo. It will not let me make a payment. Randy has more trouble with financial shit than anybody I've ever seen.
It took him forever to get a membership because it wasn't.
Yeah, well, yeah, and he's also tried to do SendWave to where we get a free $40 to send people. So anybody out there that would like to set up a SendWave account, I will send you the name of the next person that needs help. 181 people watching the show. I will send you the name of the next person that needs help. If you only send them $5, they get $25. $25 is a lot of money for most Filipinos. Well, Kristen, if you were a big fan, you'd probably have a membership.
And you donate. That's the thing.
That's what big fans do. So I'm a little. Did we monetize the show tonight? And if I didn't, do you know how to do it on the fly?
I do know how to do it on the fly.
Because I don't. Because when I try to do it on the fly, it's a process.
Yeah,
it's a process. I tried to do it before the show, but here I set the show up yesterday after midnight, and then forgot to monetize the show.
Content.
Needless to say, YouTube money is down this month because I didn't do a show for damn near 3 weeks. So YouTube money's way down. We did make enough to get a check, which that went to the last day to qualify for that. And hi, Dana. So, and hello, Ronnie P. Coleman. Hey, Bolin. I think I know who that is. I know who calls me by my last name. Right. So we got some new people chatting in here. We appreciate that. Now, if those new people either donated or got memberships that are big fans of the show, because that's what the big fans do.
The big fans get the memberships.
We'll see how big a fan you are. And like I said, we got lots of families on here we're trying to help. Eunice's family, we're trying to help with the electric bill. My friend over in Istanbul, my son and I have already committed $300 to help her. It'll be of some help, but, you know, probably a drop in the bucket to what they need, but at least gets the ball rolling. Let's see here. And if you guys really want to see Billy come into there, I tell you what, Billy, I guess I'm going to have to count your 40 the way the donations are going so far. Bob felt very confident that we could help, that we could raise the money tonight. And Andy, oh, there we go. Randy was able to send money through PayPal. His Venmo was not working for whatever reason. But Randy Macho Man Satterley has donated $20. So counting Billy Sellers' money, that gets us to 60. And here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Good Chris, you've heard of Good Chris. You have a lurker. You have a lurker.
Okay, I'll get it out if this is over. All right. Tomorrow is trash and recycle day, so I've got to get the bins out to the bin. I have to get the bins out to the curb.
TC from the NC has sent $10.
In fact, I'm going to go do that right now because if the show runs long, because we're going to get all this money in because they want Billy to come on.
Yeah, they want Billy to come on.
Sure, I'm going to go kick that out and do
go ahead. Right. Go ahead. I'll handle it till then. TC from the NC just donated $10. Thank you. We have $20 from Randy Macho Man Satterley over on PayPal. Thank you much. And Billy Sellers himself has made a $40 challenge tonight. So we have 46. So we got 70 in the house. We're trying to get to 150. And Ray says yes. I'm not sure what Ray's saying yes to. Well, Sean, if we're friends, why do I never hear from you or see you on the show? But we appreciate you saying hi. Thank you very much. Let's see here. So, 40, 60, 70. So we got 70 in the house trying to get to 150 and trying to help Eunice's family with their electric bill. That's about 50. Probably need to do about 30 or 40 for Mayla Lee's mother, who's in the hospital, hooked up to a breathing machine right now. And, well, we have lots of love, no memberships, and no donations. But it's a start in the right direction, I guess. We appreciate it. Thank you for the comments. And all the ways to donate you see right up here on the show. We've got Bolin Services Incorporated, which we also have a barcode up there that you can scan if you like to donate that way. Bolin Services Incorporated is set up to the 501c3 not-for-profit PayPal account, which PayPal helped me set up. And so that is one way to donate, or for those of you that have us saved in your memories and everything like that, Kenny Bolin at msn.com was the first ever PayPal account that I'd set up. Food for Filipinos at gmail.com was set up by King of the Promo, Kenny Bolin. I wonder if that's Stan Lonely. I wonder. We have a few women saying hi in here tonight. Mary, how you doing? My love, huh? All right. Got to admire that. 180 of you in here watching the show as of right now. We appreciate it. And but we can't help these people without donations. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors, the Fish House, which I hope to be going to real soon before we do my surgery. Now it's been bumped up from May the 28th to May the 21st. Carrabba's Bar and Grill, considered going there this weekend, but I don't know if time is going to allow that to happen. Royals Chicken wrote me yesterday and says that the Nashville hot fish is now going to be a permanent thing on the menu due to popular demand and me plugging the hell out of it for the past few weeks. The Nashville hot fish is now a permanent menu item at Royals Hot Chicken. Of course, we did have some people watching the show that claimed that Royals was not really a sponsor, even though I told you all who to say hi to. Say hi to David. David normally comes in after 3 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Say hi to David. Tell him Kenny the StarMaker Bolin sent you. And he's a good guy. A big wrestling fan. Knows a lot about wrestling. Has my autographed book, which for the future, we will be doing a big show around July the 15th, promoting the 10-year anniversary of my book, I probably screwed you too. I'll probably pull a copy of it out here later, or I've got a picture in our screenshots. How many people think I need to get a haircut? Getting pretty thick. Getting pretty thick. It is. I think it's real after all this time because the wig keeps growing, so it must be real. So Lone Lee, where do you know me from? If I'm the king of the promo, and I am, how do you know that? Oh, by the way, for those of you that were watching Raw and told me how great it was, all right, it was all right. It was certainly not a horrible Raw, but I didn't see anything because a lot of you were saying it was one of the best Raws you had ever seen. I didn't see anything to quite give it that qualification. But yeah, there were some decent stories laid out, and but I'm anxious to see what gives you all that thought that it was one of the greatest Raws you've ever seen. Promoting the Louisville Cardinals tonight, they are playing Notre Dame live as we speak. In college baseball, they were up 2-0, I think, in the 6th or 7th inning. So shout out to the Louisville Cardinals for playing some good ball today. My Cincinnati Reds, who we got on the mug right here. There they are. Cincinnati Reds. Could have been a disastrous series with the Cardinals. We lost a doubleheader yesterday.
99-98, I understand. It was a terrible score.
That was the final score, 99-98, as the Cardinals scored in the top of the 29th inning. And so Bob, I get a little irked about this. You remember Boston Spencer, right?
Yes, I do.
God rest his soul. Why did he write you to tell you that I blocked him? Is that why you brought this up?
Yes.
He actually wrote you to tell you that I blocked him. So you're familiar with what he did.
He said he was trying to make a joke, but
he didn't do very good at it. He didn't do very good.
Comedy's hard. We'll just say that.
Because this stupid little miniature fuck from Boston, who now lives in Houston, this ignorant little fuck, knows by now, do not tell me any scores of any fucking ball games, especially if the game is going on. And then to write me, oh, I guess there's some chuckles in here. He writes me and says, oh, man, the Reds whipping up on the Cardinals in a blowout 32-7. So I know the game's bound to be in the 7th or 8th inning by now. And I'm going, well, goddamn, that's a lot of runs. We scored 20-something the other day, and that didn't break the record. That didn't break the record. As a matter of fact, I think Texas has the record now for most runs in a game.
I believe that's correct.
I think they have the record. Yeah, against Baltimore, ironically, which is who we did that to. When we scored 24 against them, we called off the Dogs in the 7th inning. They should have kept the foot on the pedal, should have kept going. So Boston Spencer, God rest his soul. I think he believes. I don't know. No, I think he's an atheist as well. It's sad I had to turn on that. So he writes me during a game that's on, says, wow, man, the Reds are stomping the Cardinals 32-7 late in the game. I go, and I write him back. I said, you stupid fuck. Don't you ever fucking write me and tell me the goddamn score of a game. I didn't bother to add, be it a fake score or not. I don't remember him ever claiming to. He says he's done it before. Well, he got lucky, or I didn't read it. One of the two. But he tells me it's 32-7. So I bring the game up. I haven't even started the fucking game yet because it's a double header. I'm just going to wait and watch them both back to back. And if I wait long enough, I get the games commercial free on FanDuel because they just edit the commercials right out like 30 minutes after the game is over. So I'm just going to watch the doubleheader and enjoy the things. John O'Brien, also from Houston. How you doing, John? Trying to raise some money here to help these families, John. And I know one Houston boy that won't be donating tonight. So I knew when Bob said the final score was 99-98 that apparently he'd gotten a message from one Boston Spencer. So I wrote him back and said, you stupid fuck, don't ever goddamn do that again. So I'm tabbing up through the game. I'm in the 7th inning and it's 1-0. Oh, well, I guess the Reds are going to score 32 runs in the 7th and 8th innings. Because you can't score 32 runs in the bottom of the 9th. That, they kind of stop you once you pass 8 if the Cardinals have 7. So it's 1-0 in the 7th. I wrote back, I said, you stupid fuck, it's 1-0 in the 7th. And then it gets to be the 8th inning, and it's still 1-0. We get to the 9th inning, it's still fucking 1-0. So I said, motherfucker, I said, I'm not happy about this. I appreciate that, John. Thank you. We're trying to get to 150. We have 70 in the house, I think, 40, 20. Yeah, I think we got, I'll have to do the math in a minute. I think we got.
Who was the 10?
We got 40 from Billy Sellers, 10 from TC, 20 from
Randy.
From Randy Macho Man Satterley, who had to do it on. But thank you, John O'Brien. We appreciate it. John doesn't have membership, though. I don't know what John's membership is. Anyway, so now I'm really fucking pissed because I've sped through this whole pitcher's duel to 1-0 in the 9th inning, and he's telling me the final score is 30. So now I know he just fucking lied to me, just trying to get some attention, like some people have tried to do on other shows, just trying to get some fucking attention, regardless of what they got to say to get it. That is a little bit funny, Mr. Bolin. Sounds like he was just trying to. Well, don't mess with me on my baseball games. Lonely, if that is your real name. Yeah. No, do not. The rules are very simple here. Do not fucking give me a goddamn baseball score, fake, real, or indifferent. Do not give me a goddamn score on a fucking baseball game because I'm probably going to watch it later. I have MLB TV. I can watch any and all of the games. By the way, congratulations to Texas for falling again. If you'd have told me that 32 games into the season, the Oakland A's would have a better record than the Texas Rangers, I'd have said you're an idiot. What the fuck's going on in Oakland? Well, where are they playing their game? Where does Oakland even play?
They're in Sacramento right now.
They're in
Sacramento A's.
Good God. The town of losers. Sacramento.
Yeah.
San Jose.
So I assume we lost today. I haven't been able to watch the game yet. So
you big liar! You watched it
Louisville
live.
Spencer.
You watched it live like the rest of us.
I did not. But
you don't do you haven't recorded a game.
I do. No, I don't record the games, but I didn't watch it live. I will be watching.
Well, you told me that Oakland had your number, and apparently you.
They do. Oakland, for whatever reason, just owns Texas.
Yeah.
Well, like yesterday. So yesterday's game,
the Reds. Milwaukee kind of owns the Reds.
Yeah. Yesterday's game, Nate Eovaldi has the 8 innings of beautiful, like 3-hit ball. There, he's pitching terrific. They bring the closer in for the 9th, who promptly gives up 7 runs.
Oh, that's what we did. We're 1-0 in the 9th. Bring in our closer. He gives up 6 in the 9th. Lose it 7-0. Dipshit. Yeah, apparently they went to the Texas Rangers School of Relief Pitching because that's exactly what we did yesterday. 1-0 in the 9th. Reliever comes in. Maybe we can save this goddamn thing in the bottom of the 9th. Oh, no. Let's give up 6 in the 9th and see how that goes. Now, the Reds look pretty good today. They finally put some runs on the board after a long-ass rain delay. And so Spencer was blocked. He's probably going to remain that way for long. So what did Mr. Spencer say to you, to his defense?
He said to me, dearest Bob.
No, he didn't.
Okay. He said to me, let's see. Hey, Bob, I was going to say I didn't mean to make Kenny mad. I was just trying to rib him on a score. Then he said,
just rib me on a baseball score. That's a great fucking idea.
I told him 32-7 Reds won a blowout. I never knew it would make you mad. I was just trying to make a joke. He says, no hard feelings. I was just trying to make a joke. I didn't think he would take me seriously at all. I've done that during his live shows. He never took me seriously, but I figured he would just laugh at me, which is what I aimed for. I said,
and that didn't work, did it?
And then I responded, next time,
Boston Spencer.
Yeah, next time, just tell him the Reds lost 99-98 in the 20th inning.
They're 27th
on a walk-off balk because the pitcher was too tired to stand.
A walk-off balk. Those are my favorite endings. The walk-off balks. That's actually happened a few times. It might have even. I think the Reds won a game on a walk-off balk.
I think they had a walk-off pitch clock violation in spring training.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw that too. Now, did you see the play? I think I sent it to you. Did you see the guy who
tripped and fell?
First came back with a bad shoulder, falls down, couldn't have fallen down any worse if he tried. Somehow leans out and backhands the ball on the fly. I think it was in the Toronto game.
Yes.
Oh, my God. That's got to be play of the year. There's not going to be another play like that this year. The banana team ain't going to make any plays like that.
Yeah, in fact, I thought it was this guy's like trying out for the bananas.
Mr. O'Brien, let me know when you make your donation. I don't have it through as of yet, but when you make it, let me know, and we appreciate that. Let me add up the numbers again, see where we're at. I wasn't looking for this. Yeah, this is some nice help. I'm going to save this one here in a minute. Somebody wants to see Billy Sellers on the show tonight. So let me do the math here. We have $40 donation from Billy Sellers himself. I originally said we weren't going to count his money. Mm-hmm. Can't just buy yourself on his show, but actually you can't.
They didn't work so well last time.
About that shit, didn't I? You can buy yourself on this show. Lone Lee could actually buy herself because she thinks it's funny what Boston Spencer did. She can come on here and laugh with us if she or he. I don't know.
Yeah, Lee with a name like Lee, it could be either one.
Well, Lonely Lee could be all by himself. You never know.
Lonely nights.
Doesn't have a badge, might not have anybody there with him. You never know. Big fan of the show, though. A lot of big fans of the show ain't got badges for donations tonight. So you gotta.
Yeah.
All right. So the $40 donation from William Sellers. We have $20 donation from Randy the Macho Man Satterley. Had to do that by PayPal. He was at the PayPal account. Oh, yeah, snap into a donation. TC from the NC with his traditional $10 donation. So where does that put us? So 40.
That puts us at 70.
That puts us to 70. Oh, we got close. The Tea Maker. He kind of wants to see Billy Sellers on the show, but he wants somebody else to be the one to get us there. The Tea Maker has made a $70 challenge to get us to wanting it out. That includes Billy's donation too. We don't have John O'Brien's donation yet.
Maybe we should uninclude Billy's donation now.
We should. Yeah, we're going to uninclude his donation now because now we can actually.
Now that we're close, we're afraid we might have to follow through on.
Let Billy buy his way onto the show like that. So we're uninclusive Billy's donation. So we're now 50 short, right?
Exactly.
I mean, we're going to be here.
And if we get close to the $50, we might not include
Tea Maker's donation. Let me see if Tea Maker put any notes with his donation.
His note might be, "I'll give you $70 to not have Billy Sellers come on."
That could be. No, I don't. There's actually no notes with it. But thank you, Tea Maker. If you're in here, make sure to say hey to us. We appreciate it. The Tea Maker, nice donation. That helps, man. That's a huge ass help. Because now the young lady in the hospital will get some surprise money today. Because I didn't want to tell her. No, he didn't make any notes. Tea Maker, are you for or against Billy Sellers being on the show tonight? We have 187 people watching the show.
Just a joke, Billy. I'm just making jokes, having fun at your expense.
What's he say? All right, Bon.
All right, Bob. I think you said Bob. All right, Bob. Just behave yourself.
Well, his glasses don't come till tomorrow.
That's right. What he needs is new thumbs for his phone, apparently.
So Tea Maker, are you pro or anti Billy Sellers being on the show tonight? Because he might have sent 70 to keep Billy off the show. I
know that happens. Yeah, that's happened.
It has happened. We've had people donate to keep people off the show before. Here, I'll donate this amount to keep them off. I've seen that happen before.
And then it was like a back and forth battle. Can we reach this certain amount?
It was. So we're $50 shy of getting Billy on the show. We're waiting to see what John O'Brien's going to do for us. Naughty Nicole's out there floating around somewhere, maybe. Uh-oh. Yeah, Naughty Nicole's out there. Who else we got? Daniel Lemley, I think, donated on the last show. Chris Schmidt, who basically single-handedly tried to sabotage this show for a period of time, hasn't donated here, but he's been over donating on other podcasts. Yeah, donated $9 over on Renee Dupree's show. Told me I should check in on Renee, make sure he's okay. I said, well, he's in Canada, I'm here. If he's having...
he's probably better off than you are.
yeah, if he's having drug issues, then, what am I going to do from here? That was everybody's concern, is that Renee was using again.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't really have a way to reach Renee other than by email. And if he's on his show, he ain't checking his fucking emails. So, and Renee's going to do what Renee wants to do. I care about him. I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but he's going to do, I mean, we've been down this road a few times with Renee. He's going to do what he wants to do. So, yeah, we're $50 shy. And I'm waiting to see if T-Maker is for or against. So if we make $50 more, we're going to bring Billy on for the last 20 minutes of the show, which is right about 5 minutes away. We'll go 10 minutes because I did get in here a little bit late. So we have 10 more minutes to raise $50. I heard from my friend Steven that Pesci's talking shit about you. Go figure. Go figure. They also claimed I didn't have a 501c3 and that my not-for-profit charity was not real. And so go figure, Billy. Go figure. I don't know who your friend Steven is, but if Steven told you that, then probably right. Probably right. Sometimes, Billy, you learn who your real friends are. Like when we tried to make sure you didn't send money to fake people. I know you got mad at us, but we were just trying to look out for you. Whether you donated to us or not, at least you see the people come in here and get help, So we weren't doing it to get you mad at us. We were doing it to help you. And we never said donate to us or go away. We never ever said that. But we also didn't want you sending money to fake people either. And so that's what we were doing. All righty. All right. Well, we got about 10 minutes here. Yeah, I never hear from Fowler anymore. He used to be over here on this show. I guess, I don't know. There's quite a few of them I don't hear from anymore. So if that's where they prefer to be, then let them be there. That's fine. No, but I don't hear from Fowler anymore.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, we've said it forever and ever and ever, leave us be, we'll leave you be. I don't care.
There you go. That's
I don't care what you do. Just keep, don't talk about us. We'll talk about you.
Keep our names out of your mouths. And as a matter of fact, I didn't bring you up tonight, but apparently for whatever reason, you're all wanting to pick on Billy, and I don't get that. If Billy doesn't want to be over there with you guys, get over it, because I didn't talk shit about him when he left here. He was happier over there for a period of time.
Just a little bit. But
did I say anything bad?
I'm kidding.
Don't fuck with me, Bob. What's the final score? But 99, 98. Doesn't sound like I missed a good ball game, though. It's been about a 21-hour game, I think.
Could you imagine like a walk-off balk because the pitcher's too tired?
Well, Billy said he didn't want to fight anymore, and he wanted to have peace. So I guess that's why he's here. 186 of you watching. We've had quite a few new people comment on the show tonight. At least they didn't donate or anything, and we're still checking to see if John O'Brien's going to donate. John, we don't have your donation yet, but he said he's going to. John's normally a man of his word. He's a Houston boy. So we got rid of one Houston boy, but we still have John O'Brien. We still have him. And 187 people, according to the tracker here, watching the show. And apparently it does take a little while for everybody to get their notifications, because we started out hanging around. It was right around 20, 24 people there for quite some time. And then just all of a sudden it kind of clicks. So why the notifications get out late. And TC, not TC, but goddamn, mentioned his name. Hang on here.
He's like Joe Henry.
Yeah, you mentioned names sometimes. Here we go. You've heard me talk about Bad Chris, right?
I have heard about Bad Chris.
Okay.
You even said his full name, not just Bad Chris. You called him
by
his government name as one guy.
Well, Bad Chris, of course, we haven't seen a dollar from since I was kind enough to unblock him. He's the only person from the other side of the moon that I unblocked, but I've known him a long time. He did talk a lot of shit about me. Said a lot of things that weren't true. We didn't lie about you that much, Kenny.
Not that much.
Wasn't that
Like
much.
like
That
like
many lives, some lives.
any's not enough. Like you know what? How about none? That's a good
Yeah,
number.
how about none would be a good start. But yeah, I just sat here and got ready to mention his name, and Good Chris has written me. I got a quote. It says he's got a message for me to read. So hang on, let me check my messages.
Dearest Kenny,
And
how are you today?
go blow
I am
yourself.
fine.
That'd be terrible if he said that. I'm gonna hope he didn't say that. All righty, here we go.
I suggest that you perform fellatio upon yourself.
All righty.
What?
Yeah, there's the Tea Makers donation. Daniel Limley. Bob Hazelwood helping us out the other night. I think that was a $30 donation to keep Billy Sellers off the show, wasn't it?
Something like that. I think it was like, here, Kenny, I know you're going to send me $30. Here's $30 to send me back to pay back for something else.
And that's right. I do owe you some money tonight for helping out sweet little Ruby May. Well, now I get to go home for 20 days. Bob got the money too early. Heart knows they got the money. Ruby wrote me at 4:30 in the morning and said she doesn't have to go back to school till May 21st. She wanted to go home and help her mother with her new business selling macaroons. Well, all I know that if I were in Calbiog City with 20 to 40 bucks in my pocket, I'd probably be over there buying a shitload of macaroons because I love macaroons.
Hey, macarona. No.
I'm a little pissed I didn't think about that. Macarona. I'm gonna have to look up the words of that song and see how that goes. Well, it says I got a message from him. Where's he at? Okay, I'm looking. Where did he go? Oh, for the record, Karen McDonald donated $24.25 back on April the 19th. Well, he still owes $75 on the bet he made, and he kept calling them donations. Here's another donation. No, it's a donation. You're paying off a gambling debt.
A bet nation.
That was stupid. That was made back in September. Do you remember? Back on the 24th day of September, because that's about when you made the bet. So he still owes $75. I said, when you pay the other $75, I'll unblock you. So God knows when that'll be. Oh, he wanted to double or nothing again after doubling or nothing and losing that bet. He wanted to double nothing that the Padres would have a better record than the Reds this year. Mm-hmm. Why? To drag you out another fucking year of a debt you're not going to pay? No, I'm not going to do that. And where the fuck did his donation go? I'm looking. Well, son of a bitch. Oh, okay. Here we go. Good Chris. Here is $50 for you to use any way you see fit. If you want to help your person in Istanbul, that's understandable. Mm-hmm. If you have needs of your own, you were off your show for 3 weeks, that is understandable. Use it the way you see fit. Here's a $50 challenge. And that is from Good Chris. So thank you, Good Chris. We appreciate that. He always asks me not to reveal his full and or real name.
Which we usually do.
Jazzy Jana from Louisiana must be watching the show. Jazzy Jana from Louisiana with a $25 donation. So counting the 50 from Good Chris, that's another 75 for the totals.
So Billy,
and so now we're getting in good shape here. Now we can help. Have we got to the point?
We are now, let's see, $30, $175 plus Billy's 40, $215.
Well, I think that's fair enough, and it's $9.49. Billy, if you would like to come in for the last 20 minutes of the show, I think I'll have to be the one to send him the joint link, though, right?
Yeah, I don't think I have Billy on my social media.
Let me see if I can find him.
PS1, 2, and 3. Well, Billy, I never had a PS1 or a 2. I had a PS3 for a little while and got a PS4.
What would I have had in 1998, Bob? What PS would that have been?
I think that was with the original PlayStation.
Was that original? Yeah, that's the last one I had. I had one that took cartridges. Which one was that?
That was probably the
Now,
original.
not the original Duck Hunt thing. I had one that was a little more advanced that took bigger, thicker cartridges. What was that?
Well, was it? If it was a PlayStation, then if it was a Sony, it might have been.
Yeah, well, I had the thing that took the disc too. You know, the CD player.
Yeah, the Sega Saturn came out. Let's see what came out.
Yeah. We had Sega Saturn. We did have that.
Yeah, PlayStation. The Dreamcast was out in Japan. The Dreamcast. I remember.
I don't think I had
the Super NES. Game Boy Color. Nintendo 64 was out at the time.
The team maker has written me, sorry, King, I was dragged away for basketball. I don't care. It's your show.
Come on, team maker. Learn how to work.
That sounds like the endorsement that guy that got sent out of office today to go take an ambassadorship. Oh, that was a promotion. That was a promotion, guys. You got it all wrong. Yeah, I got to find Billy here so I can send him. How do I find Billy? Here you go. Okay, Billy, you have the join link. The people have spoken. Some of you don't give a shit one way or the other. So, Billy, come on in here and you can join us for the last 20 minutes if the fans want to ask you any questions. Boy, you think the people of that other show were pissed before? Good God. He bought his way onto the show. No, we didn't count Billy's money. The fans bought Billy onto the show.
The fans brought Billy.
And for a good cause, because now the Labrador account, Bob, there's some more money I'm going to need to send you. I forget you got the Labrador account. Let's send her 1,500 pesos to help her with her mother. So, and you've already took care of Ruby May, so I owe you for that. Let's send 1,500 pesos to Mayla Lee. She might need more help later, but let's get the ball rolling and get her some medications. And Cheska is going to need another 1,000 pesos for medications because her doctor's appointment itself was 1,000 of the 1,500 I sent her. She was able to buy a few medications, but not many. And she could use another 1,000 as well. So we'll get her helped out. So good. So we'll get some good things done tonight. So Cheska, which I have her account. Labrador, you have that account, which is Mayla Lee. And then we've already took care of Ruby May to come home. And and Eunice's electric bill, and I've got her account, so we'll get that taken care of. And Billy, you have your join link. So I don't know if this is your podcast debut or not, but I guess we're about to find out. So when Billy pops in here, we'll give him the last 20 minutes. Fans can ask him questions. Randy, PlayStation 64. It sounds like something. PS2, Tyler C says. Billy, you've got the join link in your Facebook Messenger, Billy. And glad we can get you on because I told you it was going to be 2 or 3 weeks before I could really get time to get you on. But I figured this was a good night to raise some money and for the people that want. And we got 186 people watching. A lot of new people have commented tonight. Few females. We don't get many of those. We love the females. Kind of like Trump. We love the females. Best 100 days of any president. Best 100. Can't find any president. Say that. By the way, before Trump took office, this is before Trump took office, he took credit for the stock market because the people were assuming I was going to win because I'm leading in the polls. He was taking credit for a stock market when he hadn't even won the election yet. That was his stock market because the people think I'm going to win. So now that he's been in for 100 days, oh no, that's Joe Biden's stock market. That's all Joe. And oh, by the way, the next quarter, because all the economists are telling him and anybody that'll fucking listen, we're going into a recession because the next quarter is going to fucking suck too. And then they fucking bitch out Amazon because Amazon's going to reveal what the tariffs are doing to the prices. Here's the price, and this is what the tariff did to the price. Well, Jeff Bezos is a spineless little fucking pussy, and I'm going to tell him so once I find his goddamn Twitter account. I'm sure he's got one because he's an attention-seeking little bitch. I'll find him, and whatever good my fucking words were, I'll tell him what a spineless little cowardly fucking bitch he is, along with Tim Apple. But Tim Apple had the decency to say, yeah, your tariffs are jacking our prices up on iPhones, where you're costing us an extra $1 billion just for this year alone, and it could be high as $2 billion next year because the tariffs haven't even gone into effect yet. You've already cost us $1 billion. That's what Tim Apple said. Now, I'm sure he's going to cave like a little bitch and come up with some reason that he didn't say that or didn't mean it to sound the way it said, that it came out. And then who's the other one? Fucking Facebook boy. Facebook boy. All these people that were in the front row during the inauguration.
Zuckerberg.
Fuckerberg. Yeah, that's the guy. So there you go. Let's see.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Did you ever consider a political career, Kenny? Actually, I didn't, but my son did. My son was going to run for mayor, but he was going to be more aggressive, more mouthy, more filthy mouth than me. I told him that wouldn't work because there's too many goddamn Christians that give a shit about certain
seems to work for Trump, though.
No. Trump ain't. Well, number one, Chris wasn't never going to wear a suit. He was going to use the F word. He was going to use the F word, which Trump has kind of done. But no, this was going to be a fucking bad guy. I ain't putting up with you fucking bullshit politician that's here for the people. Fuck you goddamn rich motherfuckers. And it was going to be kind of that. And I told him I didn't think it would work. Well, in this fucking day and age, who knows? I mean, if, by the way, Trump's rally in Michigan was the lowest attended rally he's had in 10 years. The lowest attended. But if you listen to Trump, it was the biggest one. And it outdrew anything that Bernie Sanders and AOC have done, who from independent sources are reporting drawing 30 and 40,000 people a rally, which is
it's outdrawing their presidential rallies because they can't have presidential rallies because they're not the president. So
I guess,
if you spin it right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first time appearance on the show.
First time.
Hopefully it won't be the last.
Hopefully not.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Carolinas in some place.
He is from the Carolinas somewhere, yeah.
There you go. William, a.k.a. Billy Sellers. Welcome, Billy, to the show.
Billy.
How are you?
I'm really good. Can you hear me?
Hear you fine? Billy, I used to have a red living room back when I lived in Furniture. Well, there's something going on in the background there that's real loud. We're going to have to do something about.
Do you have a fan running?
Yeah, I just turned it off.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But no, I used to have a red living room similar to that. Now, did the fan agree with you to agree to turn off? Because I still hear it.
Well, I just turned it off, so it should be off.
Okay, well, I'd go along with that. But it ain't.
Okay, so hang on just a second. Let me see if I can adjust this microphone.
All right.
I may be able to drop. Here we go.
Billy looks like he's got a lot of pictures hanging up there.
All right. That didn't seem to help much. I can adjust the mic a little bit here.
Billy, do your headphones light up? Those look like light up headphones there.
Yeah, they light up. The video game headset.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Do you play video games, Billy?
Oh, yeah. I play a lot of the old school and the new school video games.
Yeah. Bob, what do you play? Now, you're mainly baseball, basketball, football, or something?
Well, I play a lot of sports games, but on my computer, I play a lot of strategy games like Civilization and things like empire building kind of things.
Yeah. All right. I haven't played anything since Triple Play 98, so I feel like you would do pretty well in the debates. Well, when it comes to common sense shit, and if I were going to be like a mayor of Louisville or something like that, and I would disqualify myself because I think the representative of the people should be closer to the average age of the people, and the average age of most communities is like 38. So I think somewhere between 35 and 50 is a good age for a politician. More in touch with the people that are out there spending money, the average worker, not the rich oligarchs that align themselves with the Putins and the Kim Jong-uns and the Orban of Hungary. I think that's his name. Viktor Orban, is that his name? The Turkish leader who's now dealing with that earthquake situation over there and apparently not doing very good at it. According to some people over there, says he's playing favorites to the Arabs. I don't know. That's what some people are saying. But no, when it comes to like I've had Harvard graduates come on this show and tell me that I didn't want to debate them because they have a Harvard degree. Well, it didn't go very well for them that night. And so I'm now no longer scared of a Harvard degree, a Princeton degree, because I listen to some of these politicians that are on TV right now, the J.D. Vances, and many of the politicians that Trump has surrounded himself with. And many of those people have Harvard, Princeton, Yale degrees, and they don't seem to have very good debating skills. And to me, even though I'm not a promoter of the Bible or anything like that, the truth will set you free. The truth, if you just tell the fucking truth, it is amazing. And when you fuck up, just admit it. And Trump wouldn't do that because he was taught by if you watch the movie, what was the guy that Trump learned everything from? Bob, can you remember his name?
Harvey Cohn.
Roy Cohn.
Right. Yeah.
Harvey Whippleman Cohn was a manager in Memphis.
Yeah.
Now Roy Cohn, that's who Trump learned everything from. And if you watch the movie, and of course I'd heard it long before the movie ever hit, is never admit failure, never admit blame, never take blame, always blame somebody else, and you're always right. Well, I have never bought that shit from anybody. And I've always had a lot more respect from people. You know what? I fucked up. This tariff thing. And he's had to admit he's fucked up. He just won't come out and say it. That's why he keeps backing off the tariffs over and over again. And 90-day delay here, 90-day delay there. But he thinks he's going to big boy China. And he's not. And we don't want to go to war with China. And there's a reason for it. Everybody they got over there is military trained. They have 1.3 billion people. We have 330 million people on a good day. And far from all of us are military trained. I would say
start World War III.
Well, I mean, it'll be a different world war now than what we dealt with in the past. I think it'll be a drone war, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
he thinks we're safe because there's an ocean between us. That ocean ain't saving us from shit.
No,
Somebody decides they wants to come and get us, they're going to come and get us. But who has questions for Billy? Those are some good-looking headphones. What did those run you, Billy?
I can't remember how much they cost. It was a pretty good penny.
Probably stole them then. Is that what you're trying to tell me? You just shoplifted them somewhere. It didn't cost you anything.
I got them on eBay.
Well, that's kind of like theft, I guess.
That's reverse theft, usually.
Yeah, eBay was wanting to reveal what the tariffs were going to cost, but they backed off from it. So they came right out and said, I'd like to see China try us. They can control their people, but their offense is trash. Well,
the next war is not going to be
try us. Why don't we do that? I know you're a military guy and everything, but I would rather they not try us. Why don't we avoid war altogether?
The next war, like you said, one's going to be fought with drones. Two, it's going to be fought cybersecurity.
Yes,
they're not going to invade the U.S.
No,
but they're going to, if they try to take down the electrical infrastructure.
And supposedly it doesn't take that many people to be inside this country to take down our electrical structures, and it's been done to other countries. It ain't going to be your papa's war. It's going to be totally fucking. And drones are changing this shit totally together. Which one's better, Billy? You got a question there from Lonely.
Super Nintendo or Sega?
He's not donated or got a badge, by the way.
Super Nintendo.
Like Super Nintendo. Bob,
you know what? I've got.
I have no horse in this.
I had them both, and now I've got the little mini versions where they come preloaded with the gobs of games, and I like the Sega Genesis games better, but I think the Nintendo had there's more iconic games on the Nintendo, like Mario Kart and Super Mario
Duck Hunt.
Billy, not to point this out, but have you noticed how dramatically different our hairstyles are? You seem to be more aerodynamic and built for summer, and I am built for the dead of winter right now. So,
and I'm built from 1960.
I used to get my hair
65.
cut short.
Teammaker wants to know what current games are you playing and which ones should he avoid. Billy, Billy and Bob both can probably answer that. Billy Bob. There you go. Now we got some Southern names going. Billy Bob.
I used to play racing games like NASCAR and Need for Speed and stuff like that.
Now, you know what? Back in the day, I used to play a little Need for Speed. I used to play racing games with Chris back in the late 90s, early 2000s. We'd put them on my big screen back when I got my first 65-inch TV. And those were kind of fun. I enjoyed playing Need for Speed. So I can talk a little bit about that, but those were about the last games I ever played.
Well, the graphics has gotten so much like the movies now on video
They
games.
have.
Right.
Yeah, even when I see the commercials for video games, even these WWE games, sometimes you have, was that from Raw or was that from a video game? I mean, they're that clean now. They weren't like that when I was playing NBA ball and I had Dale Curry on my team, and I'd just light your ass up because Dale Curry never missed a three. So I would just, whoever Dale Curry played with then was maybe, I can't remember now. But I had Dale Curry, and if I was playing you and I had Dale Curry, your ass was going to get beat because Dale was shooting every fucking time. If you get two, I'm getting three. Billy, are you going to get the new NASCAR game? This is TC from the NC. Well, look at how popular Billy is. Billy's getting all the questions.
Yeah, I'll probably get the new NASCAR game. I get all the racing games when they come out.
Yeah. Now, Billy, how old are you? Billy, are you in your 40s?
I'm 52.
52. Okay. All right. Now who painted your living room for it? Now, is that your living room or gaming room? What is that?
That's my man cave.
Man cave?
Yeah.
Who lives there? Because you need a man to be in there, right?
Well, it's me and my mother.
So it's kind of a man-woman cave.
You can say that.
A man-mom cave.
A man-mom cave. Nothing wrong with that.
We watch TV. We watch movies and TV together too. So
how big a TV you got? How big a TV you got, Billy? I'll tell you what kind of man you are. How big is your TV?
I got a 50-inch.
Oh, you're only half a man. You need to do like me and get a 98-inch here coming up one day soon. I got a insurance check coming in. If I ever file the goddamn claim, I got an insurance check coming in.
I don't
thinking
have room for a 98-inch TV.
Bedroom to 98.
I don't know where I'd put one.
I do. I see edges of wall back there. I think your dad could kind of just slide in there a little bit, just get around that. I see some room to the left there. I see bookshelves that can be moved down. I see 77 back there very easily, Bob. 77, maybe not 98, maybe because if I put 98 up here, those lamps disappear. I've already done the measurements. Those lamps are gone. That's fine. They'll be behind the TV. But if I get the 98, I'm probably going to put it in the bed because I cannot afford, and even if I could, I wouldn't spend the money, a 98-inch OLED. I got a hell of a buy on that 77-inch OLED, and I love the picture. It's a beautiful picture. But a lot of the shit we watch, an OLED is not necessary. So I would probably throw the 98-inch up in the bedroom to motivate me to watch a little bit more television back there. And if I want to watch a Reds game on 30 more inches of screen or 23 more inches, I think that would look pretty good. And the TV that's back there now, I bought in 2012. It's a 73-inch Sharp 3D television. I still got the 3D glasses and everything. And it will even simulate 3D on a lot of programming. I just never bothered to do it.
I'm not really into baseball too much. I mostly like the Durham Bulls and a team over here called the Carolina Mudcats.
Carolina Mudcats. That seems like a good name. Durham Bulls. What movie were they affiliated with, Bob? The Durham Bulls?
Bull Durham.
Bull Durham. There you go. See? You try to stump Bob and you just can't get some of this shit by him.
No.
How many Three Stooges were there?
5, 6, actually, I think.
6. It's actually 6.
Yeah. There were 6 of them.
Yeah, Robert Palmer asked me that the other day. I said, well, there were 3 good ones. And then Curly Joe should have been kicked out the day he showed up. So I will actually have conversations with people over Curly Joe. Shemp was good.
Yeah, so Curly and Shemp. Okay. Yeah, so I think there were like 3.5 good ones. Or
3.5, maybe 4. People
But
to this
Curly
day
Joe and
tell me I have Mo Howard's haircut. Mo never had hair this thick.
Mhm.
Mo Howard was a combination of me and Bob. My cut with Bob's thickness.
There
That
you
would
go.
be Mo Howard. That would be Mo
I would
Howard.
appreciate y'all having me on tonight.
Yeah, we'll go 6 more minutes, Billy. That way, if anyone's got any more questions for you there, and no, it's a pretty good little setup you got there, man. You got your gaming chair there. Now, what all are your pictures dedicated to? Now, you're frozen right now, but we can still hear you.
Well, I got all sorts of TV and movie posters hanging up.
Yeah,
I like the old school TV shows like the Dukes of Hazzard, the A
I
Team,
see.
and
I
stuff
see the
like
Dukes
that.
of Hazzard there. Well, who doesn't love Catherine Bach? Who
There
doesn't
you go.
love her? The sexiest legs on television in the day. How could you not love Catherine Bach? Of course, now the new Dukes of Hazzard, not new, but if you watch the Dukes of Hazzard now, the rebel flag was digitized out of a lot of the new versions of the Dukes of Hazzard that you watch. They
There
just
was a lot of big stink about that situation.
well. I'm sure Trump will probably try and have the goddamn rebel flag raised up with those 2 new flagpoles he's raising. One of them probably a rebel flag, and another one, who the hell knows? Maybe the original 13 colonies. I don't know.
But I get along. I try to get along with everybody. I got black friends and all sorts of friends too. So,
what's your favorite movie of all time, Billy?
Blazing Saddles.
You know what?
That is a great movie.
That's a good movie. Billy's a racist. You know why I know? His favorite scene in that movie. Hey, the sheriff is up. Yeah, Billy probably loves that scene.
I'm gonna shoot the end. I'm gonna shoot the end.
And that was kind of funny.
Well, yeah, and then when Alex Karras knocks out the horse, that's good. I'm not for abusing animals, but if you can knock out a horse with one punch, you've made a statement in town.
I also like Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. All right. Well, me and Billy are a little more lined up on movies than I thought we'd be. I like Spaceballs. I
didn't really care for Spaceballs all that much.
I liked it. It wasn't my favorite of those series of movies, but I liked it. I got some chuckles out of it. Still got 181 people. Not all of them donating. Well, speaking of, let's see.
Not all of them.
That's on here. They probably quit donating. Now they got Billy on here. Yeah, they did. They quit donating. All right.
They're like, we've achieved our goal for the night.
Jazzy Jana was the last donation. Jazzy, are you in the chat room tonight? Are you able to speak to us, Jazzy Jana from Louisiana?
Tell everybody I said thank you.
No, absolutely. But yeah, Billy, we'll get you back on again down the road. Yeah, your picture froze for whatever reason. What type of internet you got, Billy?
A company called Optimum.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, it's less than optimal.
Yeah. Your picture's been frozen for quite some time, but we might have. What are the options for internet in your town? Let me see if we can recommend you something.
It sucks.
Okay. Well,
those are okay.
We can at least hear you. I mean, but your picture's been frozen for quite some time. But
yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Well, hey, we still see you. Your picture's frozen, but we hear you just fine. We see Catherine Bach back there off to the left, and so, what's your favorite current movie? Because we got about 2 minutes left here. What's your favorite current movie?
I like the new Captain America movie with the Red Hulk in it.
I haven't got to see that one yet. By the way, this is a review from my son. He gets mad when I bring him up on the show. He says Sinners might be one of the top 5 movies he's ever seen, and we've seen some goddamn good movies. He says Sinners is real good, and I've heard nothing but good about that movie. I watched 30 minutes of it on Cody the other day, and it's a good cam shot. But I want to see this movie the way it's intended to be seen. I'm going to wait and see it when the digital version comes out, probably in a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks. But he says top 5 movie I've ever seen is Sinners. And the first 30 minutes is a little slow. He says, well, it picks up after that. And his girlfriend went with him. She rave reviews about it. But Sinners seems to be, and I did recently check out, because I think me and Billy both watched this movie, Working Man. Well, you watched Working Man, didn't you, Billy?
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, well, have you seen Beekeeper?
Yeah, well, I take
Well, it's
that
just
back.
like it. It's
I've
just
seen
like it.
both of them.
It's
I've
just
seen
like
both
it. He
of them.
kills a shitload of people. Whatever job Jason Statham has, people are going to die. Just know that going into it.
Yeah, he
So
kicks a lot of ass in his movies.
he's 57 years old, and I don't want to mess with him. That's for damn sure. But yeah, Jason, if you've seen Beekeeper, then Working Man is somewhat like that, but pretty good. I mean, if you like action, you like to watch bad people die, then this is a good movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a few good ones out right now. I'm just waiting for to get the real digital versions of it and see them the way they're
I like to
intended.
watch the movies at home.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't been to the theater in a while myself. Let's see, PayPal.
Stuff has cost so much nowadays at the theater to go do anything now.
Checking my
Yeah,
home.
I mean, a ticket is $15, right? And then
Well, here's a
or-
donation I've never seen before, Bob. BK Jellison has donated $5. I'm not sure who that is in here, but thank you very much. We appreciate that. BK Jellison, if you're in here and would like to identify yourself, thank you very much. We appreciate your donation. And Bob, have you kept a running total? How are we doing tonight?
$220.
And according to my 501c3, I have to send out 5% of that. That it tells you that on the. You probably read it on the letter, right, Bob?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. It's insane. Yeah,
I don't
mean, if I'm running a charity, which I'm not, but I'm kind of sort of here, I'm going to think
you're a board member.
75% is the minimum I would want to go out to the people that
Of course. Yeah, I guess you do have a few
because
administrative fees.
you have
and you got
costs
and,
and advertising and
yeah,
cost of doing business. But
yeah, I
would
think
think at least
75 would be the
75%.
minimum. And we're obviously way more than that because Bob sent out a shitload of our own money, which we've recently done this week. So we are over. Actually, we're over 100% of what we bring in on this show. But for the fact that if you can get granted a 501c3, and it took me years to do so, it almost like I guess it really ain't stealing if they. But that's kind of the way I look at it. If you donate to this show, you expect the people to get the money. And
that's one of the things that
and I know some people tell me to keep it to help myself and shit like that. And there have been times I've kept some of it, especially if it's Good Chris, because Good Chris is he said, I prefer to help you. That's okay, and sometimes I need it. But goddamn, to keep 95, it doesn't take 95% of the money to run a not-for-profit organization. So for those of you that think that I could go to jail if I kept 95% of the money, I can't, because it tells me right on there, just make sure you send out 5% of it and you're fine. They also tell me that I don't even have to file my taxes for 3 years and still keep my charity going. Well, no, I'm going to file the goddamn thing every year. And because it's a postcard filing. How much did you bring in? How much did you send out? Well, that's easy enough. We track everything. It's all digitally tracked. Every donation coming in is digitally tracked. Every donation going out is digitally tracked. So that's very easy. But every which way but loose. You know what? I've seen it. I don't remember being overly crazy about that. When I was also a big fan of Titanic, also a big fan of Castaway. Those are a couple of movies that if they're on, I have to sit there and watch the goddamn things, even though I've seen them a million times. I was a big Gene Hackman fan. Gene didn't do a lot of movies that I did not like. But what's the submarine movie he did? What was the name of that? Red October?
Yeah,
Hunt for Red October. I wasn't overly crazy about Hunt for Red October. But
I love that movie.
Most anything Gene Hackman was in. Hoosiers, obviously a great movie. And right now, one of my go-to actors, man, if Walton Goggins is in it, and I just discovered a new show called Principles. It's basically the same people that do The Righteous Gemstones, and he also did something downtown, or what's God damn it. It's the same people that do Righteous Gemstones, and they've done that. And there was a eight Town Down, or God, I forgot the name of it. Somebody out there might know. But it's the same guy that does Righteous Gemstones that did that and also did Principles. And Principles is funnier and shit, dirtier and shit. And it's among some of the first work that Walton Goggins has done. He was also the star of Justified with Timothy Oliphant. And if Walton Goggins is in it, give it a shot because it's probably pretty goddamn good. He plays Baby Billy in the Righteous Gemstones. This year's season of Righteous Gemstones is just absolutely filthy. So if you don't like filthy television, do not watch it. All right.
All right. So
10 minutes there. So go ahead, Bob.
Danny McBride is the guy behind Righteous Gemstones.
Yes. Yeah, he's good.
And his other television series was Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down. That's the one I was trying to come up with. That's, I haven't watched many of those, but the ones I've seen have been very good. And if he pretty much plays the same character in every show. The guy he is in Principles is exactly the same guy he is in Eastbound, and the same guy in Righteous. But he is so fucking good at what he does.
Yeah. So actually it's Vice Principals is the name of that series.
Vice, yeah, and that's what screwed me up because when Chris told me about it, I said I don't think I've ever seen it. So I look up Principles, can't find it. And then I did a search on Walton Goggins shows, and it's Vice Principals. So that is the name to look for. Thank you for the correction because I got bad information too and looked up the wrong show and it didn't have anything for it.
There you go.
So it's Vice Principals, and it is I've seen about 5 episodes. They're only about 30-something minutes. I think they were on HBO originally. Funnier than shit if you want to check it out. Let's raise some money and get Billy some good internet.
There we go.
All right. Billy, thank you for joining us. Glad it worked out. You helped us raise a fair amount of money tonight. And
let it go. Let it go. Since you're frozen.
Yeah, I got to kick out immediately because I got an important phone call here I got to take.
All right.
But we'll see you maybe Saturday, if not Tuesday for sure. I did say good day.
We said good effing day.